Alright, welcome back everyone. Last video of the year. Today I'll tell you about the most dominant teams in the world's best-known baseball leagues, ranked according to historical dominance. So the teams at the top have a lot to brag about. I'll also mention what teams have recently been winning the most so you'll get an idea of how things are changing. 12 leagues are included here, only leagues that have played more than 10 seasons and have held championships consistently. Here we go. Number 12, Diablos Rojos de Mexico of the Mexican Summer League. The league has been around since 1925 and last summer was their 94th season. Diablos Rojos got started in 1940 and has claimed 16 titles. That's about 17% of the total championships in league history, or about 1 out of every 6. Their last title came in 2014. Two other teams have challenged Diablos Rojos' dominance. Tigres de Quintana Roo has 12 championships, last time was 2015. Sultanes de Monterrey has 10, last time in 2018. So there's not one dominant team historically, and in the last 5 years a different team has won it every time. Number 11, Industriales of the Cuban National Series. Since the league's founding in 1961, Industriales have won 12 of the 58 league championships, or about 20%. They have not won it all since 2010. Santiago de Cuba is the biggest threat to their dominance, with 8 titles of its own, though their last one was back in 2008. Recently, some unfamiliar names have been at the top. In the last 5 years, Ciego de Avila won it twice, only the second and third titles ever. Alazanes de Granma also won it twice, the first 2 championships in team history. Number 10, Naranjeros de Hermosillo of the Mexican Pacific League. They've won 16 out of the 74 league crowns, about 22%. The league was established in 1935, but Naranjeros didn't begin playing until 1958. Their last year at the top was the 2013-14 season. Tomateros de Culiacan is next on the list with 11 league championships, followed by Venados de Mazatlan with 9. No team is dominating right now. In the last 5, a different team has won it every time. Number 9, Curaçao Neptunes of the Honkbal Hoofdklasse. In one of the world's oldest leagues dating back to 1922, where 95 seasons have been played, Neptunes has been crowned champions 19 times since their founding in 1943. That's only 20% of all championships, but I've placed them a little higher on this list. You see, in the Netherlands' top professional baseball league, over half of all league titles have been won by teams that no longer exist. So among teams that are still around, Neptunes' accomplishments dwarf all the others. In the last 20 years, no professional baseball team in the world has been more dominant. Neptunes won it all 6 years in a row from 2000 to 2005. They again won it 6 consecutive years from 2013 to 2018. In the 2019 Holland Series, they were finally beaten by the Amsterdam Pirates. Number 8, the Rakuten Monkeys of the Chinese Professional Baseball League. They've changed owners recently, known as the Lemigo Monkeys through last season. In Taiwan's CPBL, 30 championship seasons have been held since 1990. The Monkeys have only existed since 2003. In just 16 seasons, they've won the Taiwan Series 7 times, almost half the time they've been in the league. They've won it the last 3 years, 5 of the last 6, and 6 of the last 8. It was definitely the decade of the monkey. The Uni-President Lions actually have the most overall titles with 9, but that goes back to 1990, so I think the Monkeys are the ones who better define dominance. Number 7, it's a 3-way tie, Indios de Mayagüez, Criollos de Caguas, and Cangrejeros de Santurce of the Puerto Rican Winter League. The LBPRC dates back to 1938, now in its 81st season. These 3 teams are all original members. Criollos and Indios are tied for the most league titles with 18 apiece. Cangrejeros have only won 15, but I've included them here because they're the winningest ball club in league history, with over 2,000 wins. They've also been the best as of late, taking 3 of the last 5 league titles, while Caguas won the other 2. Indios haven't won it since 2014. Number 6, the New York Yankees of Major League Baseball. Since the American and National Leagues came together in 1903, 116 World Series have taken place. 27 times the Yankees have won it, giving them around 23% of all championships. In addition, they've won 40 pennants, more than 1 in every 3 years. In the 1950s, they won the World Series 6 times. They have not won it all since 2009. Closest competitor to Yankee dominance has been the St. Louis Cardinals, with 11 World Series titles, less than half the Yankees' total. In the last 5 years, 5 different teams have won the World Series, 2 of them winning it for the first time in their franchise history, another winning it for the first time in over a century. Number 5, Nettuno Baseball Club of the Italian Baseball League. Through 71 seasons of IBL play going back to 1948, 17 were won by Nettuno, 24%, or about 1 every 4 years. On top of that, they've been runner-up 19 times, so they've appeared in the Italian series more than half of all seasons played. Recent times haven't been so good though. Their last year at the top was 2001. Next best in Italian baseball history has been Bologna. They claimed their 12th title last season, their second in a row. Number 4, Leones del Caracas of the Venezuelan Winter League. 71 seasons have been played since 1945. Leones, established in 1952, won it all 20 times. That's 28% of all league championships. The best time for this ball club was in the 1980s when they were crowned champions 5 times. Last time was 2010. Tigres de Aragua have the second most with 10 league titles, and they've only been in existence since 1965. But lately, the best has been Caribes de Anzoátegui, claiming 2 of the last 5. Number 3, the Kia Tigers of the Korean Baseball Organization. Since the KBO was launched in 1982, 11 out of 38 Korean Series championships have gone to the Tigers, around 29%. Their longest title drought was from 1998 to 2008, 11 seasons without winning at all. Last came in 2017. The Samsung Lions are not far behind. They've got 8 Korean Series titles and have topped the regular season standings 15 times, more than any other team. The Doosan Bears win the award for recent dominance. The reigning champions have reached the Korean Series 5 years in a row, winning it 3 times. Number 2, the Yomiuri Giants of Nippon Professional Baseball. NPB has been in operation since 1950. During that time, the Yomiuri Giants have claimed 22 out of 70 Japan Series titles, around 31%. They've also claimed over half of all Central League pennants with 37. Prior to the NPB, the Giants won 9 of the 15 championships of the Japanese Baseball League from 1936 to 1949. They're currently in a 7-year title drought, tied for the longest ever. Last year they won the Central League pennant, but lost in the Japan Series. The biggest threat to their dominance right now is the SoftBank Hawks. The Hawks have taken 18 pennants in 10 Japan Series, including the last 3 and 6 of the last 9. The last decade belonged to the Hawks. Before I tell you the world's most dominant baseball team, I'll tell you about a few dominant teams from leagues that didn't meet the criteria to get on this list. The Australian Baseball League is only in its 10th season, so it's too early to talk about historical dominance. But in the first 9 seasons, the Perth Heat won 4 of the first 5, and the Brisbane Bandits have won the last 4, so they're the best candidates to be known as the Yankees Down Under. At this time, Perth has the best record in the ABL, while Brisbane is one of the worst. Pro Base in Panama also has only played 9 seasons. Caballos de Cocle has won it the most with 3 titles, last one coming in the 2017-18 season. The LNBP in Nicaragua did not play between 1968 and 2003, so I consider it a new league. Indios del Boer has won it 5 times since the league's restart in 2004, but not since the 2014-15 season. The LCBP in Colombia has been going since 1948, but it's been on and off with so many canceled seasons. The reigning champions, Caimanes de Barranquilla, have won the most championships with 10, and they've only been around since 1984. And the most dominant professional baseball team in the world is Tigres del Licey of the Dominican Winter League. The league has been running continuously since 1951. 65 seasons have been played with Tigres winning 22 of them, 33% or 1 out of every 3 years. They've won it all 1 to 4 times in every decade since the 50s. Last time was in 2017. But they have a very close challenger in the league. Águilas Cibaeñas has 21 championships, just 1 behind Tigres, last one coming in 2018. Tigres and Águilas have a combined 43 titles, meaning the rest of the league hasn't won much at all. However, that may be changing. The last 5 years have seen 5 different champions crowned. That's it. If you're a fan of one of these teams, or if you despise one of them, leave a comment and let us know about it. Be sure to give this video a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Until next year, this is Baseball International. See ya.